Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with Coach Caren Fern from Profits in Daily, all the way from Toronto, Canada. And we're excited to have her in the house. We were talking all last month about your passion, finding your passion, um, working through your business via your passion, letting your passion direct what business you want to be in. And it was just so fulfilling to know that we can make money doing what comes naturally to us, that comes easy to us, and it makes us smile. So now we're going to be talking this week about a whole nother topic concerning your finances. And I'm going to let Coach Caren introduce that topic. But before she does, I just want to give a shout out to all of those watching on the replay and those of you watching live. We just want to say thank you and welcome to the conversation. We hope you're relaxed, have your favorite cup of coffee or water or whatever it is that you're hydrating with this morning. And we welcome you to the conversation. Good morning, Coach Caren.
Good morning, Tarina. Always a pleasure to be here and hopefully inspire you guys to see money differently and easily and not
Mhm.
forcefully. So that's usually the plan.
It's a beautiful thing. I never really talk about how much experience you really have in the world of business, but Coach Karen has run multiple successful businesses. She's been in the fashion industry. She's been in the beauty industry. She's been in the environmental cleanup industry. She is well versed in all of these industries. She has run businesses with multiple employees. So she runs the gamut from solopreneur to well-known business manager with multiple employees underneath her. So she has a wealth of knowledge, and so don't miss thinking, oh, I don't know who this lady is. Listen, you can trust her. She's tried, true, and tested in the field of business. So with that, we're going to get started. Oh, do you have your pencils, people? Get those pencils out because hey, you want to catch this today. All right, go. I just want people to know that they are
Yeah.
getting invaluable information that they would people pay millions of dollars for. And so
Thank you, Terry.
here you are sitting in the midst of genius. So don't sleep on it. Here you go. And this morning Cecilia says, "Good morning." She said,
Good
"Always good to
morning,
see you, Coach."
Cecilia.
Yeah, because we worked on Cecilia's business the other day, and Cecilia, I think you have a new venture. If you wanted to share that in the chat, we can let people know about that.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice,
Okay,
nice.
so welcome to the conversation, Coach Karen. I'm going to shut up now
That's okay. That's okay.
and
This morning, we're
let
talking
you
passion almond, huh?
let you proceed until apprehended. Go ahead.
We're talking passion all this month, finding your passion, working in it, what have you. And last week we talked about creativity. This week we're talking about health because without your health, there's no wealth. I know Thursday the best chick bring health stuff to you guys, but we're gonna look at it from another point of view. And this is so important because when you're not taking care of your health, you feel depleted. And that really comes from not resting well,
Oh,
overworking your brain and your body, your soul, and think that you have to be in this crazy rat race to get to where you need to be. And the truth is, you're going to get there if you slow down and pay attention to the things that is important to get done and allow the others to follow. Matter
mm,
of fact, when you start doing that, you see better progress because when you're in a hurry and in a rush, you can't see the progress you're making. You're always fighting to make progress. Meanwhile, you are making it, but you're so busy that you're not noticing that you're
mhm.
making progress.
Okay.
I'm of the mind of, and I know people say to me, but not everybody can afford it. But I was of the mind of, I'd worked from home for years before anyway. So when I started getting my kids, when I got to kid number two, and I was on number three, I was like, why would I go back out to work and try to figure out babysitting? By then it was so expensive.
Yes.
After school care, and I liked my kids to be involved in something other than just going to school because I want them to have fun too. School is great and I love school, but I wanted them to be able to do things that they can enjoy and grow in conversation. So, to be able to do all those things is not easy when you're just going to work. You're tired when you come back home. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to work. I'm just saying you got to figure out ways in being able to manage that.
To
And
balance
the
all of that.
first way is managing your health,
Mm.
managing your sleep, managing knowing how those things, need to be looked at. So today we're going to look at what is your go-to, for fun and to move for movement. What is your go-to? That's gonna make your heart beat. You're gonna get excited. When I joined badminton, I was over 50. First time I did badminton, I think it was about 55, 56, 54, anyway, between there. And I joined as a bunch of young people, but they had some older people too. Matter of fact, the lady who carried on the class, she was 82. We old people at the time compared to the younger ones, it was fun because the younger kids would always say, okay, we're hanging out or we'll pair up with the old gals and see what we can do to them. So it used to be such a fun battle
Mhm.
because you're learning skills and the younger people keep us up to par. So even if we wanted was to slack off, once we're partnered with a younger, girl or guy, you are moving up to your and exceeding what you really could do because there's a lot of times we don't realize how much we could do until we get pushed to see what we could do. And so
Mhm.
badminton was that for me. Twice a week I'm in badminton and we are running around sillily and just giggling but having a good time. All right. So find out what that is and what makes you want to keep going. We all have times where we don't want to get up, we don't want to go, and that explanation there is what keeps me going. It's like, the fun I have when I get there, and two, the same 82-year-old will call us up and say, kind of haven't seen you in the last 2 weeks. What's going on? Are you okay? Should we come over? What's true at church? And she was just we were so sad when she had to leave the area and went somewhere else. But she was a firecracker. I did that for 2 years. So she was 84 when she left. And let me tell you, that woman could have moved. You would always think you're gonna get one over her, but she could have moved. And what's the benefit? So we're gonna look at also what's the benefit you get out of it. Well, laughter, joy, meeting people,
Mm.
interacting with your community, learning about people's lives, forming friendships. I remember I went to my fabric store and one of the young ladies that used to play badminton with me. I didn't know she worked close to me, and she was at a fabric store. She said, "Karen, how you doing?" We start chatting and talking. You recognize people from doing activities, and they're happy when they see you. Maybe because the friendship was now forming, or they might be having a bad day, but they see somebody that they know in a relaxed environment. Take the little edge off. So all these great benefits of doing the things you love to do.
So I said, this is what keeps you going.
Mm-hmm.
It lifts your spirits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It keeps you going. So, what does have to do with what you're working into? This is my belief, and I have lived it, and I have encouraged people to live it, and I've seen it. If your passion is the thing you love to do, sometimes you think that's the only thing that you're passionate about, but it's never true. We got several things we're passionate about, and we
Mm.
pick one or two of those and we focus in deep on that, and that become our job or what have you. Same as when you go to school. I had a professor, and I love what he said. He says, you come into school and you're learning right now and
Mhm.
you're studying criminology, but I don't want you to go away thinking that's all you are. I want you to pick up each subject that you're taught and really dive in and see if any part of this whole curriculum is you, and then find that sweet spot and go into that. Love it with all your heart and soul. I remember that time I was in a photography class, and we're learning about footprint and fingerprinting and photographing it and analyzing and all that sort of stuff. And things that I didn't think about through lens, I was learning in that class. I really was just enjoying this tremendously. I even started taking little extra classes just to be in it and just enjoy it because I love what he said. He said, don't come to pass the time. I'm here for 2 years. I'm here for 4 years. Just come in and really dive in when you're in class. Whatever problems you have, leave them at the door. Don't bring your kids' worries in here. Don't bring if you and your mom had a fight. Just get into the
Wow.
class and just be there. Because when you leave, you're gonna take more than what it is you think you're gonna take with you. And he was so right. He really had encouraged me to even I started a little tiny business. I didn't take it for long, where you go in and analyze people home and photograph and document for insurance
Oh,
purposes.
yes.
hmm
Mhm.
And so that was my program. I could have taken that piece out and just turned that into a business if I wanted to continue. Traveling was hard on me with the kids, so I didn't further it.
Mhm.
But that was in the program. Within the program, there's another program. And if you really think about it, you're not limited to just being that thing you went to school for. And I
Mhm.
loved how he looked at it. Why am I telling you all this? Because if your passion is specifically something that you love, let's say you love crocheting,
Mhm.
and you're thinking it's hard to crochet a hat fast enough to make enough money to turn this into a business, but you want to crochet. Well, you're going to crochet a hat. Hi, Doc. How are you? You're going to crochet a hat. Then you're going to make a pattern once the hat is fitted and it's fitting you really good. You make a pattern out of that. You can sell it. Then, you could also sell the hats. And then any other design you come up with, you tried it and true and you make sure it's okay. Now you get to teach that class, you get to sell the hat. But for passion purpose, to be the relaxing part is you can join a community of other crochet people and just have conversations with that. Once you start doing creative things, you realize you're an artist. So there's all sorts of other artist things that you can get into just for the passion purpose of it, just for the enjoyment, purpose of it versus the making money part of it. So that
Mhm.
you can see that relation. I always believe no matter what you're doing, if you don't have a little bit of creativity happening, it drains you on the other end. So let's say you're not a creative person necessarily, and you're more studious in terms of your it's still creativity, but you're more studious and you really don't like those things. I encourage you to go dabble and make it messy and enjoy the mess. Because
Mhm.
when you enjoy that mess, I am telling you, you'll be surprised when you pull out of yourself. While you're enjoying the mess, you pull it out. I used to own a daycare, you know that, Terry, for
Mhm.
about 5 years. And one of the things that I would watch kids do as they develop when they play in sand and mud and water, they have the best times of their lives. They have the best times of their lives. And once they're finished with that sensory play and you bring them inside, it's
Mhm.
easier for them to sit down and have a snack and do work. And that goes for us too. If we start making sure that we are looking after our creative mind, our creatives are getting messy,
Mhm.
promise you, it's easier to do the hard tasks in your business. It's easy to sit down in the mundane and get it down because you've settled yourself down. That anxiety, that mind boggling, everything that goes everywhere, when you're in your creative space, it tends to take care of that so that now you can live peacefully and go into that. What it has to do with your health, you're taking care of your health when you're in your messes, believe it or not. When you're in your messy space, you are taking care of that mental part of you, that mental health that you need to take care of.
Oh, okay.
I have a sister that used to be a art therapist. She used to be an art therapist. She went to the hospital and she did art with people who need help
Mhm.
calming down, who sometimes need help because they're going through depression. She
Okay.
got in there, and this when she show up, this is their exciting spot for the day. When she get in there, she says, "Kind, no matter how bad I'm feeling, when I
Mhm.
get in there, it goes out the window because everybody is so excited to see me. Like, Michelle. They're glad that she's in there. They're glad everything is going to get to push to the side for that moment and they'll be working in the art.
Wow.
That is part of looking after your health.
Mm-hmm.
It's your mind health, but it's still your health that you're looking after. You're still paying attention to it. You're getting the rest you need. I don't
Mm.
know if you guys, but if you ever painted anything, you don't have to be a painter, but if you ever painted anything and you get that brush and that if it's a water paint or acrylic, any one of those, and you started painting, and if you never go to the Dollar Tree you guys have, we have dollar store here, and buy yourself a little water paint, get yourself a canvas, and sit down, put on some really soothing music or just quiet and paint. It will change how you feel. Now, if it doesn't happen right away because you're not used to it, keep doing it. Keep messing it up. Get white paint, repaint your canvas, and do it again. Or buy a couple and do it. You're taking care of your mental health. You're really letting yourself loose and you're allowing other things to happen. And eventually, if you really love it, you take a class
Mm.
and you improve on it. But look after that.
I love the idea of relaxing like that. That sounds really good.
It
Yeah.
does. It really helps you. I find it helps you. I think I couldn't do all that I get to do if I didn't have my creative side to go to. Mine
Mm.
is a number of things, but when I sit down with my sewing machine, I just zone out everybody. Don't come looking for me. I'm a sewing. If I'm cutting, don't come looking for me. The music is on, I'm probably something instrumental, that's nice and calming,
Mm-mm.
focused. I'm just giving myself that rest because rest is not only in the bed or napping, rest in my mind. It's nothing precious I'm doing unless I'm designing. But if I'm just really just there, just I know what I went to do and I'm allowing it to happen. I'm just resting my mind. I'm not thinking about numbers, money. I'm not thinking about getting, my course together or program together. I'm just totally in it. And one of the biggest things that I really help people do is stay in what you're doing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in what you're doing at the moment. Do not try, Jim Ron like to say that, do not try to be with a family and think about work. Don't be at work and think about the family. If you're at work, work. When you're with the family, think about the family because it really helps you to stay focused. When I'm at work, although I work from home, this is where I'm at. I'm creating courses, I am graphic, I am doing content, I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
Kids know that when I'm off for lunch, we can have a conversation. At the end of the day, we can have it. And if you really need me, people will scramble to catch me before I start my day. Like, mom, you finished breakfast? Are you going in now? Because this is over time. Everybody's trained, not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still at a job. I'm working in my business. I'm working on my business. I'm working in my business. People like to say, get out of working on in your business and just work on your business. But I promise you, you need both facets and you need to be aware of both facets and you need to know when you're working in your business and when you're working out of your business. It is important to know so that you can work at your optimum when you're doing either areas. Don't get frustrated. Don't want to jump only on your business. You miss out when you don't work in your business and you only work on your business.
Mm-hmm.
You need both. Both is needed. It helps you with empathy. It helps you with relating if you have a staff, staff members. This morning I was just thinking about it. I remember once everybody was just at their duties. Somebody called in sick. I didn't have a spare girl, and I had to go clean at home. We were clean, and I
Mm.
got in there, and I remember thinking, "This is how hard my employees work for me." I am really blessed that I have good employees, and they keep my company running. And I was just so happy that I got there, and the homeowner was sister was there, and she was just happy with us and just praising how great we are as a company. And
Wow.
we were because of who was working for me. So the praises really was to the people who clean every week,
Yes.
not I that step in that day, but people that was looking after me. I mean, I was so overjoyed. I was just able to write a note to my employee, let them know that I'm really happy with the work they're doing. And I always give bonuses, but I'll tell you, that year everybody got a little extra something.
Beautiful.
Because it was just they keep me, they keep my business floating. I want them to know how important they were to me. If I didn't have them in there, I couldn't cover all these residents, and we wouldn't have all these offices that we take care of. They were an important part of my growth and keep us going and that sort of thing. So saying all that because when you work in your business, you get to see parts. You don't have to do everything when you grow to a certain level, but you want to see parts. I've always known that, but I had a great example of this Dr. Shodice. He owned the hospital, the first hospital in Canada that looked after men private area. That's what he specialized in.
Mhm.
And he also owned a retirement home that I work in that washed dishes. And everybody, didn't matter if you wash dishes or sweep the floor, he was just this generous man who come and seek you out and just would talk to you and see what was happening. And he had 3 kids, and that's what he did with his kids. Each of his kids had to come in the facility and wash dishes, do the floors, serve in the dining room,
Mhm.
help in housekeeping. You have to go through the whole gamut of his business and not just come work in the office before he bring them in as interns in the summer to to be in the office. You can't get through to the office without experiencing what the other workers experience.
That's good
He was
because
that
you
kind of a
can
doctor.
have empathy until have connected
Hmm.
with the source. Yeah.
Yes, yes, you have to be in there, and all these things make them compassionate. The brothers, the sons he had, the brothers, one was a little scatterbrained, but they were just really, you could meet them and ask them and talk to them about anything. They were touchable people. And I liked how they run their business. They were touchable people. They come in and check in, we have to do. Mr. Short himself didn't do anything, but I mean, if he come in and he see anybody walking with a heavy tray or lifting something, I mean, he'll take it out of their hands and carry it. It wouldn't be a big deal. If you didn't see him, you would know he was a doctor. He was just very much working on his business, being a doctor, and still being in the business. But it allows you to do those things because you've taken care of you. You've taken care of your health, part of you. This
Mhm.
is important. People might just want to skim this by. I go to the gym. You go to the gym, please understand what it does to you. You went for a walk. You got legs. There's some people can't go for walks. Okay.
There is so much to be grateful for, and so much to maintain.
Mhm.
Are we like right now? Are we drinking enough water? Coach, are we going for just a walk every day
For a walk. Just for a walk.
and just enjoying that beautiful sunshine, the
Yes.
fresh air? I think with all the wonderfulness that we've been through in the past couple of years,
Years.
that we tend to appreciate it more.
Yes, 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 yes. Because especially Corona, when you couldn't go outside. Thank God. I look around and I say, I remember when I bought this place. My friend was saying to me, "Karen, why you need all the land? And you're not even an outdoor person." That's not the point. I was able to walk around my property and just enjoy the outdoors in the time when going for a walk was a big thing. We've gotten to the part where nobody want to see you out after a certain hour. It was broadcast, you know, because of the numbers were climbing
Oh,
because some people weren't listening, and now it become this thing. I mean, once the numbers went down, we were back to good, but when you weren't able to come out and people who in close places. I remember my daughter asking me for a couple of friends of hers to just come and just walk around, bring the pup out and just be out and about, because it's more leisure if you in the residence versus outside. I mean, when that ban was lifted, our street got so busy, and we live in a quiet area. Everybody came out and walking.
like we're out, like a prison break.
And everybody was shaking their hands to neighbors. We were
I tell you.
because if you want to stay in, it's fine. But if you can't leave, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That was the problem. Everything was, you got to stay far away and what have you. We know why, but our being was still hard to tell us that we got to stay put. And a lot of people, mental health suffer. A lot of people who didn't have anyone at them suffer. Quite a few of my mom church friends and just resource friends lost kids, and those older folks that lost kids,
Mm.
that might have been their only child. Or a few of them, they had other kids, but this specific child was the child who checked in on them. The child that died, two of them, we knew that they have other kids, but the sons that died are the kind of sons who came to see their mom, the kind of sons who pick up the mom and took them to church and bring them back home.
Yes.
And so my mom got a friend right now. She checks in on her quite a few times a week because when her son died, she really went down for the count. She went to the hospital quite a few times. And, my mom had invited her to her church because she said, you need a church body. You need people in your life. We can't allow you to dwindle away. We know he's gone, but we got to look after you because you're here, and take care of them. So our mental health is so important. When we don't deal and when we don't look after some fun things, some exercise things, some relaxing things, we are not allowing us to grow mentally. We are stagnating that. And when that's happening, it's hard to run a successful business. It's hard to feel the joy. It's hard to be productive. It's hard to stay
Oh my
focused.
goodness. So, guys, you know what this means. We've got to schedule some fun. We gotta schedule- And the
Me
other,
too.
yeah, the other week, Francine, for those of you who don't know, who is my business partner in BizChicks, she said, "What are we going to do for fun? Because we like to schedule fun." I said, "Well, Linus's birthday is, you know, this week. Let's go to her birthday party." So we went to Linus's birthday party. It was fabulous, Coach. They had balloon sculptures, and the tennis court had rounds of tables on it with this fabulous place setting.
Nice.
Her daughters outdid themselves. She has four daughters, and it was just gorgeous. It was just florals everywhere. It was really, really
Mm,
lovely,
mm, mm, mm.
and it was just a great experience to get out of the house because it's been a long time since we had a chance to party and just sit and talk with people. And
Yes.
I'm glad she decided to have it outdoors because
Yes.
that allowed us a little more freedom in
Hmm.
terms
Hmm.
of interacting with people because of the fresh air and the
Yes.
sunshine. And but it was really nice. So guys, when you get those invitations, go.
Go, 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 mingle. No matter what it's telling you, brain, go have a good
Yeah.
time.
Put on
Just
a mask and go if you have
yes,
to.
yes. Just enjoy yourself, meeting, collaborating with people. I mean, when you come back, you feel refreshed.
You do.
You're like, Where am I going again? What am I doing?" Like they get those things happening because it really helps us in our business. It really transition itself. It really transcends itself. Make it a habit, even if you can only do it once a month.
Mhm.
Me and my
Especially now.
friend.
You know, it's so rare anymore. Yes.
You got to do that. My friend and I was saying we haven't done lunch in a while. She's like, "What is going on, Karen?" I'm like, "Well, it's a couple of years, I know, but we got to get back into the swing of
Yeah.
things,
You have
and
to
do
break the
stuff."
pattern.
Later this month, I'm gonna go see her and probably spend a couple of days. Like we got to get back into just enjoying each other and just doing great things with ourselves, our lives. We can't just work for the business. Then you're gonna be just like if you had a job where all I did was work. I talked to
Yes.
this one lady and I said to her, "So what are you doing your vacation?" She said, "Vacation? I don't take vacations." And I was like, "Ooh, no, 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 we doing it. We're doing it. Start with one. Start with one. I don't care if you just take the week and all you do is went for walks and you took
Mhm.
a painting class, as I said, or you took a yoga class, or like my accountant, he takes Tai Chi. Another friend of mine, she do karate. Do whatever, but just go do something. And literally, they have those things. You can do karate just for a week. You can do Tai Chi or yoga just for a week, just to see if you like it. But
Mhm.
you're gonna meet people in your community. There's just so many things. When my mom retired, I told her, I said, "You got to do something because I cannot entertain you." Just so we clear, you got to do something. You got to find friends and you got to do stuff.
You have to be social, and I have to force myself because I'm not a real you know social butterfly.
Neither her. I know where it's coming from. Will you guys see here? I don't even know where it comes from.
So I have to schedule fun.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
So, and at Biz Chicks, we say you have to take care of the 5 F's,
Yes.
faith, fertilizer, meaning you got to, take care of
Hmm.
stimulating your brain,
Yes.
something to do with your business,
Yes.
read something,
Yes.
fitness,
Yes.
finance,
You
and
get that all in all.
fun.
Yeah. And when
Yeah,
you're having fun and doing
family.
all these great
Mhm.
things, your business flourish.
Yeah, and
Your
you have to schedule
business
family, like
flourish.
you said. You said, make time for family as
Yes.
well. So
Yes.
all those things need to be on the schedule so you make sure you
Yes.
don't skip a week.
Yes, 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 yes. Important, very important to do. We took a break from it, but we used to be Friday night movie night, regardless of what. Everybody just come. We just cuddle up on the couch and watch stupid movies. Not no
Hmm.
great nothingness, but that made us laugh and
Yes.
giggle. A lot of old ones we rewatch. Not because we go to the movies, but this was I know it was family time. Everybody was looking forward to it. Like, what's when the kids were younger? What snack are they gonna get?
Yeah. Yep. What are you doing to the popcorn this week?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, Coach, I think we learned a lot today about taking care of our health. I didn't know we were going to go down this road as far as mental health is concerned because it is something that we don't notice.
Mhm.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
sneaky one. It's a sneaky one.
Mm.
Very sneaky. I tell you, anybody who suffer from depression or anything knows that you kind of look back and say, when did it start? When did it start happening? I remember I was depressed for a full year and I didn't
Mhm.
recognize it. I didn't even recognize it. Let me not say I did. I didn't recognize it. My mom said to me, so I was younger. I was only about 18. I was 18. And my mom said to me, Karen, you're going to be 19 soon and you can't stay this way. We got to do something about it. In my mind, what is she talking about? I'm reading books, I'm helping around the
Yeah.
house. Like, what are you talking about? She goes, this is not you. You close your business down and you lie around all day and you read. But I help you, mom. She's like, but that's all you do. This something is happening here. Something's wrong. And you need somebody to pull you up at times and say, I fought around it for a whole month that I was fine. What are you talking about? She's like, you close your business. That's what I'm telling you. You don't have a business no more.
And it's such an intricate part of your personality. I
Yes.
mean, you've been in business since you were 6.
So when she started bringing it home, and she got a couple of friends that come and say to me, "So, Karen, what are you selling today?" Like they'll just come and ask me, and I'm like, "I don't have anything." She's starting to. That was her way of getting me to. She
To
goes,
poke you. Yes.
"Yes," and then I wasn't paying attention. She goes, "Okay, I'm gonna help get you a job." I think I freaked out when she told me that because I've never had a job. I freaked out. I'm like, a job? She's like, yeah, you're gonna have to do something because you can't lie around here.
Ah, I see. Okay.
That had me going. But anyway, yeah, today we talked about, finding a passion, but looking after your health at the same time. We talk about rest. We talk about, doing something for fun, exercise, find a game you like, pay and do something like that. And how you keep going is by meeting people in the community and establishing friendships and just growing from there. And the benefit is joy and laughter and ease and
I love
allowing your business to flourish while you're enjoying. You're not so tied up. When you get so tight, when you want, it's really hard to bring money in the business. It's
it. It
hard.
is because you
I've
can't
noticed
focus.
that. But guys, Terry, look at guys. That's why guys I think will take a drink, play golf.
Mm.
They're interacting. Yeah, they're doing business, but they're at a relaxed place and they're allowing the money to flow. You know, at least that's what I think.
And it makes sense. It makes sense because nobody wants to do business with a grumpy person, with a distracted person, with a
Exactly.
person unfocused. And
Hmm.
and if you're not having fun in life, your face is going to show it.
Started to tell on you.
Gonna show it. You know? So, guys, I just really want you to pay attention to what we learned today. The fact that we need to take care of our mental health and our physical health
Hmm.
through fun and exercise
Hmm.
and fellowship.
Hmm.
Food, fun, and fellowship. Okay.
Yes.
So, with that, we want to remind you that if you're looking to connect with Coach Karen, she's on the web at Profits in Daily. I'm going to put that up because I
Mhm.
know that my little accent may be difficult for people to understand sometimes. So it's Coach Caren Fern, like the plant, Profits in Daily. So she is an established business coach and a finance coach. She's your money mindset manager, and she runs the Money Mindset Academy. So if you need to know more about how to manage your money, if you need to know where the money's going, thank you so much, Dr. Tachi. This great show. Thank you, Dr. Tachi.
Thank
Then
you.
you want to contact Coach Karen. In addition to that, we want you to know that if you're interested in becoming a part of the Biz Chicks community, you can simply text Biz to 33777, or you can contact us at bizchicks.net and join the community. We'd love to have you. We do trainings every Thursday over there in the Biz Chicks community. Come on over. The water is fine, and
Mhm.
learn more about how to run a profitable business that's fun to run. So, again, we want to thank Coach Karen for her expertise and her time. And we want to thank you for staying tuned. And remember, it's okay to make money in your business. So,
Yes.
go to the front of your
You're
own line.
online.
Have a great day. Bye bye,
Bye.
everyone.